It is a Saturday morning and this is the coffee break. My name is Eddie Okela and we're back at brewing it better and making it look really cool on your cup.
Actually, I've been having like training sections with restaurants and hotels, trying to preach to them about the gospel of brewing coffee, like especially on the barista sector. So I've been trying to introduce like more of the manual brewing ways.
Okay.
Because few people and few cafes here in Uganda understand, they only understand the espresso machine, that once I go to the coffee shop, I'm going to order for a coffee and they will just do me a coffee from the espresso machine. Yet there are so many ways of brewing coffee.
Okay.
I've been doing research and doing follow-ups on how the coffee consumption in Uganda, but it's really low. It's 100%. You are finding 4 to 5 of the population here are the ones consuming coffee. If you are to look at the remaining 96 or 95, coffee is being exported. So most of we do the production, but we don't consume. We export coffee. So at the end of the day, it means the numbers are still low. Look at Ethiopia. Ethiopia does more of the production and also that consumes 50% of the coffee it's producing, which means there is a lot of the gospel being preached in Ethiopia about drinking their own coffee. I've come across a lot of people, most especially ladies, they say, I don't take coffee. And you ask them why they are having this myth about coffee, and I'm like, come to my lab. It's not only you that has had that myth, but I have.
What are the kind of myths that we're talking about?
Actually, most of the ladies say that coffee dries them up.
Okay.
So, seriously?
Yeah.
So when I once asked a lady, and I asked them that if you're saying coffee dries them up, like you up, it means all you are saying. You are trying to tell me that you mean all the ladies that are dry are taking coffee. She laughed. Then. Well, I called her into the lab. We started experimenting with a team of people. Because once you come to the lab, it's like you have gone to the church of coffee. So we started preaching to her. She started taking coffee there and then. Because at the end of the day, people are living with just some myth. The other thing I learned is clients out there, you have to understand how much coffee you need for your body. How do you take your coffee? Some people take coffee very strong. If you went to the Ethiopian hotels and restaurants, you'll realize that the way they take coffee, it's so strong, and how they roast it, they take very strong coffee. But once you come downwards, like on the sides of the ladies, most especially in Uganda, they like something that is so sweet. They don't like coffee. They always complain, coffee is too strong, coffee is too strong, give me more sugar. But a good coffee drinker doesn't have to take sugar. He has to appreciate all the nice attributes within the coffee. Once you take coffee, most people think the reaction starts there and then.
Yes.
You get the point?
Yes.
But it will take like 10 to 15 minutes before you start doing what? Feeling the impact of what you have taken.
Yes.
Some people consume coffee, but in a way that it's not strong. They like coffee that is mild. If you take medicine, the way it reacts on your body is not the same way it's going to react on my body.
Yeah.
So you'll feel that there's change in reaction because we're having different bodies.
Yeah.
So you may take, like, let's say quinine. The way it will affect you, it's not the same way it affects me. Most people like sugary stuff.
Yes.
And there are types of diabetes. There are some people who are born with it.
Yes.
That like you can have your father or mom or granny that had diabetes. Some people have them. They are transferred to them.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, when we are talking about the health benefits of in coffee, it actually lowers the risks of the diabetes too. It doesn't mean that it's going to cure you. If it would be like curing, most people would have been cured long time ago. Because at the end of the day, if you look at the compounds coffee has within it. I talked about coffee having more than 700 compounds within it. And every compound has an advantage to the body once it's taken. So coffee, if you look at coffee has fats, lipids at a certain amount. If you look at the lipids, the content, how much it is in Robusta and Arabica. Robusta has high, while this one has low. You get the point. And if you look at the sugars, you get the point. The sugar levels, not this sugar that we are taking. In terms of sucrose.
Talking about sucrose,
It's low. So each species has the difference in the sugar levels, even the fat levels. So if you go into the chlorogenic acids, each of them has a different level. You get the point? So at the end of the day, all these compounds help in fighting or lowering certain risks in the body, apart from the cancer. Coffee doesn't cure cancer, but it lowers the risk of getting cancer, because you may find someone who has already had cancer and it has eaten him up. So coffee doesn't cure the cancer, but it lowers the one who has not gotten the cancer. It lowers the risk of him getting cancer. When I'm preaching the gospel about coffee, I only don't preach that let's take coffee, but I preach about the health benefits of coffee. You get the point? Because at some point, someone will ask you, why would I take coffee? Yet there's also tea. But if you take him bit by bit on what health benefits coffee does to the body, then the person will understand more. That's why I always advise people, if you don't know much about coffee, find someone that can preach to you that gospel about coffee. Visit coffee academies, visit coffee labs, sit down and experiment more. You'll start having that passion of always taking coffee.